Hello everybody, welcome to another special birthday month day edition of Hello Everybody. We're glad you're here. Today we're visiting a foundation in a house that's got special meaning for most every veteran and military person. This is Fisher House, just one of the 70 across this country. We want you to see it. It's a foundation built by Zachary and Elizabeth Fisher. Come on in, we're going to tell you all about it. Hey Carolyn, how are you?
How are you?
Come on in.
Welcome to the Fisher House.
Yay! We're inside the Miami Fisher House, and with us is Carolyn Susie. It's her job to make everything run, so we're going to turn it over to Carolyn.
So first I'll tell you a little bit about the Miami house. This house opened in 2010, so we're celebrating our 7th year.
And could you tell everybody just what Fisher House is?
Sure. We provide free lodging to the family members of veterans or active duty military members who are in the hospital. And while they're in the hospital, their family members can stay here at any Fisher House for as long as that patient is in the hospital. Completely free. We stock this house full of food. It's beautiful. It's like staying in a 5-star hotel. Safe, close to the hospital. Plus they have the opportunity to talk to a lot of other families that are going through the same kinds of things. It's a great support system.
And this is true for so many people that I know, and it's certainly true for me and my family. 3 different times family of mine have stayed here, and I appreciate it. And having someone like Caroline, making this opportunity available to us for your family to stay here at no cost, it's amazing. It's great. Okay, you lead us on.
All right, great.
Carolyn, can you tell us about these statues of Zachary and Elizabeth Fisher, the founder of all this?
Sure. Every Fisher House has a bust of Zachary and Elizabeth. You'll notice that they are in military garb. He actually did not serve. He was unable to serve. But due to his generosity to our veterans and our active duty military, he and Bob Hope were the only 2 Americans that were given the honor of honorary veteran. So the reason they're in the garb is that he purchased the USS Intrepid and has turned that into a museum up in New York.
I'm in awe about the Intrepid because anyone who's been to New York has either seen it or been on it. So it's pretty remarkable. What a legacy.
What a legacy. They built the first houses in 1990. The first 22 or 23 he built with his own money, and then they started the foundation. So now all the houses are built solely with donated funds. This particular house is a 20-room house, so at any point in time we can have up to 20 families.
Now Carolyn, when you said a kitchen, I didn't expect something like this. Tell me how many people eat here.
Yes, this is the best part about the Fisher House. It's really the heart of the home. It's a huge kitchen. You can see the big island, everything here. It's fully equipped and fully stocked. So we make a commitment to our families who stay here to stock it every week. We visit Walmart regularly and keep it really stocked well with food. That's probably the biggest thing we've decided that we can do. We have generous donors who donate money to us, and we use that to stock the kitchen so people don't really have to leave the house in order to go out and find food.
The more we see, this is a home. It's a
Absolutely.
home, in every sense of the word, and I'm ready to move in.
Yeah, we have groups that come in and prepare meals for us. We're very lucky to have that. So families, when they come back, they have a home-cooked meal. We try to do that at least weekly. We have several organizations that commit to that and do that for us. Always love to have people come and cook, bake cookies, whatever. It makes the house feel even more of a home. It makes it that much easier for the families who stay here with us.
It's amazing. Tell us about this area.
So luckily every Fisher House has wonderful outdoor space. Some bigger than others. We luckily have a very vibrant backyard. It's really wonderful for families to take a break, get away. We invite patients to come over if the patient's able to come over, come enjoy the outside, get a break from being in the hospital. It's a really comforting part of the Fisher House. Just gives them another sense of being at home and relaxing and just sort of being able to separate from the stress of everything that's happening while they're here.
And that's the point I want to keep getting across. This is a home. This is a home in every sense of the word. We'll show you later, but Fisher House Miami is located on the campus for the Miami VA. You cross 20 feet and you'll be in the VA, and that's pretty amazing. So families can go back and forth, and there's no
24 hours a day. They have access 24 hours a day. They can come between us and the hospital whenever they need. They can be from their bed to the patient's room, 2 minutes. So it's wonderful in that regard, so they can be right with the patient if needed.
And what happens when you're full and a family needs to come here? What happens to them?
So that does happen. Some houses way more than others. But when a Fisher House is full, the Fisher House Foundation, which is the organization that builds all the houses, they have a program called Hotels for Heroes, where people can donate their hotel points to the Fisher House Foundation, and then they use those points for local hotels to accommodate the families until we have a room.
We're sitting here with Carolyn in the TV room, and this is as comfortable and beautiful as any TV room in any home that I've ever lived in. And Carolyn, is this a place where families like to gather? And
Absolutely. We're right off the kitchen here. It's a great place for families after a busy day at the hospital to come and relax. You can talk to the other families, just take a break. We're relatively near some other areas here in Miami that give people an opportunity to take a break if they need that. Marlins Park is just down the road for us. We're only a few miles from the beach. There's some shopping. Most of our families like to stay pretty close to here. They have pretty sick family members in the hospital. But luckily we also have a great amount of support from Uber, and they have donated gift cards to us that allow our families to safely travel to different parts of Miami. Sometimes we have people here that did not plan to be here for 2-3 weeks or a couple months, and so they do need to have the opportunity to get out and go to the store, go to the grocery store. So we're lucky to have that support from Uber to give our families a little bit more flexibility to get around.
you know, that is amazing. And with all the different components to a foundation like this, and you know who your clientele is and who benefits from it, who stops to think about transportation? Right. To, you know, you're 10 feet away from the Miami VA, but yes, it does make sense. You need transportation, and it's nice to hear that Uber's, you know, stepped up to the plate and has been supporting you on your mission. Very good. Right. Go Uber. Very good.
And I think one of the things we don't think we talked about yet, in order to stay at a Fisher House, the families have to live 50 miles away. So in order for all of our families that are here with us, none of them are from the Miami area. So it is a little intimidating to come to us and think about driving. So it's nice, wow, again, to have that opportunity to allow the patients of our families that more freedom to get about.
I hope we gave you a sense, a taste of what Zachary and Elizabeth Fisher Foundation have done for me, have done for this community, have done for communities across the country and now across the world. Carolyn, there's no way to say thank you for this. For me and for many others, you are the face of Fisher Foundation. So we thank you from the bottom of our heart.
It's an honor. Every day it's an honor to serve our veterans and their families. So thank you.
Yes. Well, I'll let you get back to work. We thank you again. Zachary and Elizabeth Fisher Foundation, where would we be without it? And people like Carolyn, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Here,
goodbye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. It was wonderful to have you.
Oh, Carolyn, thank you again.
Of course.
You know, what you do is miracles.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Again, we want to make sure everyone understands there is a Miami VA hospital. I mean, it's just, we're still on the campus of the VA, so it's a wonderful relationship the two have. So, as we always do, we just want to say thank you for spending this time with us. We appreciate it. So from your home to our home, from our home to you, we just want to say, so long, suckers! And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.